Assalamu alaikum, dear friends, how are you? Each one of us want to be respected, want to be honored by the people amongst whom he or she is living, and maybe that's human nature as well. But do the people succeed in getting all that? I think most of the people are of the view that I deserve to be respected, but unfortunately, I'm not getting enough respect which I do deserve in the society. So, why is it like that? Plus, is there any way to get what we want? Is there any way to be respected by the people? Yes, of course, it is quite a science which is not very complicated, which is quite comprehensible, and we are going to put it in a very simple way in front of you so that almost all the people, all of us can follow it. Let's delve into today's subject, and there are certain subtopics or sub subjects as well. So first of all, there is a verbal communication, whatever we speak. So once we are talking, there are certain things to be taken care of. These certain things are five in number. First of all, it is speak clearly, speak confidently. We are talking about the verbal communication. We need to talk simply, we need to talk clearly, but at the same time, we need to talk confidently as well. Number two, it is listen actively, active listening. Not only the listening, rather the active listening. What is the difference between the listening and the active listening? The active listening says that be focused upon the person who is talking. Look into their eyes. Mean repeatedly, not staring in an unfriendly manner, rather in quite a soft way. Look into their eyes. Plus give impressions on your face. If at all they are talking something about happiness, about you need to show the happiness. If at all you need to smile, show the smile. If at all you need to show a sorrow, that is something which we need to bring to our face. Raising mean moving our hand, leaning a bit forward, toward those people, toward the person who is talking. So that is called active listening. The third point, as for the verbal communication is concerned, it is use respectful tone and and language. The language we are using, if at all we want the other people to use the softer, respectful, polite language towards us, I think that is something what everybody deserves. So use respectful tone and language. Now the fourth is avoid gossip and negativity. Gossip and negativity, that is something which is going to spoil our reputation. It will create a hatred in the minds and the hearts of the other people for us. For that purpose, we have to avoid, we have to totally shun the gossip and the negativity. The fifth and the last point, as far the verbal communication is concerned, it is keep promises and commitments. If at all you have made a promise with somebody, if at all you have made a commitment to someone else, I think we need to keep it. We are talking about the verbal communication, and there are 5 points which must be remembered, must be understood well as for the verbal communication is concerned. Now let's move to the next segment of it. It is about the non-verbal communication. The non-verbal communication says that there are again 5 points. The point number one is maintain eye contact. Look into the eyes of the other person for a second or two, not staring in an unfriendly manner, rather quite in a friendly way. Look into their eyes for a second or two. That is maintaining eye contact. Number two, smile and show genuine respect. Smiling at the right spot and showing the genuine respect. So that is we are talking about the non-verbal communication. There are 5 points: maintain eye contact, smile and show genuine interest. The third is stand up straight and make good posture. Sit up straight, stand up straight, make a good posture. Don't lean like this one. Do not slouch on the sofa, on the chair, rather stand up straight. So that is, we are talking about the non-verbal communication. Stand up straight and make good posture. The fourth is use open and approachable body language. Body language open and approachable. Not to close, not to cross the arms, not to cross the legs, rather to keep it open. It does mean that I am very much receptive towards you. Use use open and approachable body language. The fifth is dress appropriately and groom well. Dressing appropriately and groom well. So that is, these are the five major points of non-verbal communication. Moving to the next, the third segment, it is about our actions. Once we are talking about somebody's or our own actions, so again there are five things to be remembered. First of all, it is be reliable and dependable. Be reliable and be dependable. If you have made a commitment somewhere else, you need to honor it. So that is how we can become we can become a reliable and a dependable person. The second is take responsibility for your mistakes. Taking responsibility for your mistake. Do not disown it. Do not throw it upon any other person. Take responsibility for your mistake. In this way, I think we will be respected. The third is show empathy and kindness. Be empathetic towards other people. Be a bit kind-hearted towards other people. So that is show empathy and show kindness. Now the fourth is set boundaries and assert yourself. Setting boundaries. There must be certain limits. There must be certain boundaries. No matter with whom we are interacting, there must be certain rules and regulations. Nobody have got the right to overstep our boundaries, and we have to respect the boundaries of other people as well. So it is a sign of both ways. If at all they are not very careful and cautious about their boundaries, we do have to set boundaries, reasonable boundaries, healthy boundaries. And not only this, we are going to assert it as well. Now the fifth is lead by example. Not just by talking, lead by example. So that was the third segment. The first one was verbal communication, the second was non-verbal communication, the third is about actions, and now the fourth is about character traits. Character traits. What type of character you are having? So there are five things to be remembered. First of all, it is integrity. Be honest and be transparent. Being honest on the one hand, being transparent on the other hand. So that is integrity. Number two, that is authenticity. Be yourself. Authenticity. Be yourself. Don't pose. Don't impersonate. Don't try to be someone you are not. It does not mean we cannot learn from other people. We do have to learn almost from everybody, but we don't have to fake our identity at all. We don't have to impersonate at all. Rather, be yourself. Now the fourth is empathy. Understand and care for others. Understanding and care for others, understanding on the one hand, care for the others on the other hand. The fourth point, it is humility. Stay grounded and modest. Staying grounded, staying modest. Don't be arrogant. Don't be arrogant at all. Don't be impolite at all. So be grounded, be modest. And now the fifth and the last, it is the accountability. You know, own up to your actions. Be accountable to other people. Whatever wrong, either intentionally or unintentionally done by you, take responsibility. Do not say that I have not done it. Rather, hold yourself accountable. So it was the character trait. Now, the fifth segment, that is the simple reminders, simple reminders. What are those simple reminders? First of all, treat others how you want to be treated. Treating others the way you want to be treated. Number one. Number two, respect others' time and opinions. Respecting the time of other people, respecting the opinions of other people, even if at all you are disagreeing with somebody, it does not mean that if at all somebody does not agree with me, if at all they have their own perspective, so I should not respect them. They do not deserve the disrespect at all. They deserve every respect. So show that is, that is respect others' time and opinion. The third is apologize when needed. Apologize when needed. If at all something bad, wrong done by you, either intentionally or unintentionally, do not hesitate to apologize at all. Be ready, be prompt to seek the apology from that particular person. So that is apologize when needed. The fourth is show gratitude and appreciation. Showing appreciate the other people for the good they have done, either for you or for somebody. Even if at all they are performing well for they themselves, I think they deserve the appreciation. But if at all they have done a small favor to you, no matter how small it is, I think we need to be grateful to those people and we need to show the gratitude. The fifth and the last point, we are talking about the simple reminders. It is be consistent in your words and in your actions. There shouldn't be a contradiction. There should not be a contradiction between what you say and what you do. Rather, there should be you be consistent in your actions and in your words. So those were the simple reminders. Now there is an inspirational quote, and this inspirational quote is by an unknown philosopher. You don't earn respect by demanding it. Instead, you earn respect by being respectful. That is quite an inspirational quote, and there are certain key takeaways. There are certain very important points which should be kept in the mind for all the time, worth remembering, worth practicing, worth preaching, worth sharing with other people. And it is earning respect requires a combination of verbal and non-verbal communication, non-verbal actions, and character traits that demonstrate integrity, empathy, and reliability. Earning respect requires a combination of verbal and non-verbal communication. Not only this, it requires our actions, the right sort of action, and the right sort of character traits, and that demonstrate integrity, empathy, and reliability. Today we spoke about, how can we get the respect in the society. So how can we make ourselves a respectable person? There were certain segments we talked about. The first one was the verbal communication, the second was non-verbal communication, the third was our actions, and the fourth was character traits, the fifth was simple reminders. Then we talked about quite an inspirational quote, and later on at the end of it we talked about certain key takeaways. That was something very interesting, very useful and beneficial talk for each one of us who want to be respected in the society, who are seen complaining here and there, and that the people are not respecting them. If at all the people are not respecting them, even their family member, closer people, their loved ones are not respecting them, maybe there is something wrong with those people as well. This is a kind of mirror we have presented today. Look into this mirror and find out what is lacking in you, so that you don't have to complain later on that the people don't respect you. Rather, you will start saying, Alhamdulillah, I am respected by the people in the society. So that's all from me at the moment. Thank you.